What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. It is January 19th. You made it. Congratulations. It's another episode of the Friday Live with Lauren show. I am so glad you are tuning in with us today. If you are here, let me know. I don't know if you don't comment. How will we know? It's not an audio event, it's a live event. So we have no idea. So comment, tell us where you're from, tell us who you are, say hi. If you really, really love us, share the show. Share the show. Let your friends know. LinkedIn doesn't always love me and they don't always let y'all know. So please share the show. It is what it is. And this is the show where we tell it like it is. I have a very special guest with me today. I know you guys are probably so sick of it. You're like, Lauren, every week you say it's a very special guest. Well, guess what? Every week it is a very special guest. And this week we are going to talk about the event that everyone on LinkedIn said, oh my goodness, I have FOMO. People said, I'm going to cancel my trip early. Oh, hey, boss, I need some extra PTO. PTO? Y'all get PTO? Comment below. Who gets unlimited PTO? That's a scam. All right, y'all. I am so excited. Are you ready to welcome Melissa Gaglione? What's up, girl?
What's up? How are you?
I am so excited to see you here.
Me too. This is
Thank you
cool.
so much. I feel like we just saw each other, but I also feel like it's already been forever.
I know. We just need more events. We just need to hang out more. I mean, Tampa's the place to be. So,
Is the place to be, and it's really not far from me. I'm on the opposite coast. But I will tell you, I've already connected with a few people at the event who are on my coast, and I'm like, oh, we gotta get together. Um,
Mhm.
so we might need to vote for an event in Miami, guys. Like, have y'all seen that you can vote for events? You wanna tell them
Yeah.
a little bit about voting for events, and
Yep,
then
yep,
a
yep.
little bit about who you are?
Yeah, happy to.
Yeah, go.
So, right now it's true. You can vote for where the next event will be because I'm not picking. Someone needs to tell me where we're going. And really, it only makes sense for the city that wants it the most. Otherwise, why would I just pick a random city and hope that people come? I want to go to the city that people really want an event for. So, happy to be here. We'll talk all about the event, but my name's Melissa Gaglione. I am an account executive. I'm a seller who decided to start throwing events. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into how I sell, which is primarily leveraging video. I'm a huge video seller. And that mostly all stems from my background as a previous on air news reporter and a school teacher who became a seller weirdly somehow. So I believe in changing your careers. I believe in going for like what it is that you want to go for. I believe in, it's okay to take a step back in your career and decide where you want to go from here. And truthfully, I've been fortunate enough to change my career twice. And I hope that everyone gets that opportunity at least once in their life.
I love that. Okay, so I've changed my career multiple times, y'all. Hello, you can reinvent yourself at any point. You are fine wine, baby. You taste better the older you get. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Show up in my DMs. I'll cheer you on if they do. But Melissa, you have such an interesting background. I love how you incorporate video into sales. It's one of the things that when I first found you on LinkedIn, I was like, we have to be connected. Because when I first started recruiting, the agency I worked for, we were very heavy in video. I was sending 50 personalized videos a day to
Wow.
people that I wanted to reach out to and communicate with. So when you were posting videos and talking about how you use videos in sales, I was like, this is a match made in heaven. I have somebody else to learn from. And y'all, that's the purpose of this show. You're going to learn. We're going to laugh. We're going to laugh. And you're going to level up by the end of the day. So tell your boss he can tune in too. She can tune in too. They can watch. It's not a show where you're not going to get anything and you wasted an hour. We're going to dive into some really exciting, important topics. Make sure you're commenting where you're joining us from. And y'all, we got to shout out really quick. We got an official gifting sponsor today. We have Sendoso in the house. Who's your favorite person at Sendoso? Whoop.
I mean, the gift of Sendoso is Katie. Katie is the Sendoso gift. So to me, I am so close with her. We got to spend a lot of time together last week, but she's my girl, but also she is the gift of Sendoso.
I love it. I'm obsessed with the platform. I was picking what we were going to give away today. I'll show you guys in a minute. If you guys start tagging Sendoso, once you guys hit like 10 people entering, I'll show you what we're going to give away today. I'm so excited about the gift we're giving away today. I'm jealous. I want it myself. It's always my problem, girl, when I do the gifts. I pick what I want the most. So
We
y'all,
gotta
you get
like
what
give it
I you get what
away.
I want at the end of the day. But we're going to do a great gift from Sendoso today. Start tagging Sendoso in the comments to win. And then Melissa is also giving us a little bit of knowledge in the way of her video prospecting course. So if you tag Melissa in the comments, because also like Melissa's just amazing, we should like shout her out and give her tags, all the tags. But if you tag Melissa, you can also be entered for a chance to win her video prospecting course. So exciting to do both of those giveaways today. And y'all, I think we're gonna jump right into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, all right. Okay, if I do a third all right, then it's like 2 Matthew McConaughey. I gotta like
Yeah.
2 all rights and be done. Unless he comes on the show one day and then I'll do the 3. Okay, a girl can dream. Behind the scenes of what I would say was like the biggest event so far of 2024, what would maybe continue to be depending on what lame events come in the future from other people. Just kidding, y'all. I really want to go to your event. Invite me. Um, Come on, y'all know you've been to 1 or 2 giant conferences. It's just not the thing. Like, you don't really get any real value. And the one thing I'll say, if you didn't go to this event, you missed out on some real value. So, Melissa, let's talk about the behind the scenes. Let's go.
All right. So there's a lot behind here. So wrap me in when I talk too much, okay? Because there's so much that we could really go in from the behind the scenes. But first off, the only reason why this was possible was because of the amazing sponsors who believed in my crazy idea, which was both a content house paired with a networking yacht party. And I don't know why they sponsored me at first because it was just me, just Melissa. I just wanted to bring people together. And when I went to go pitch this idea to my sponsors, truthfully, I had to get them to buy in on me because they had to believe that Melissa can execute and can do this and can, accomplish this. And so once I was able to have some incredible sponsors, happy to list them, but your show, so maybe maybe a
Go
little.
for it. No, call them out. Do it.
Our major sponsors for the yacht were Sunspark, Demand Base, Chili Piper, and Comsor. And we also had a wonderful sponsorship by Sendoso at our content house, who catered the food. Thank goodness, because we all needed to eat. So for the yacht, those were some really incredible brands that believed in the ability of like not just me, but bringing a network together and that people really wanted micro events. So I know I mentioned before how I was a previous honor news reporter and school teacher, but shocker, I also used to sell corporate events. That was my first sales job. So I know what it's like for companies to spend thousands and thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars on these booths, on these in-person one-to-one meetings. And what were they really getting from it? What were they really getting? A couple of good meetings here and there? Were they really winning deals through it? So to me, I look at events and I go, one, they need to be spectacular. People need to really enjoy them. No cringy events. None. They need to be focused on networking and bringing people together. Have the sponsors there to be, well known. Let them communicate with the local community. Let them get to know the people that have been following them and learning from them and all these things, right? Let them be there. And let them shine as well because they were the ones who allowed us all to get together. And that's how you spread brand awareness, not a booth with, 200 other booths around you, and who's got the biggest booth, right? Who spent the most money on the biggest booth, sort of thing. Like, let's level the playing field so that way we can have some more communication and just get to know each other. So it was really exciting. And then the second piece to that is events shouldn't live for just 4 hours. They should live for 4 months. So how do you do that? You create really strong content around those events, leading up to the events, getting people really excited about the event. What content was curated at the event? What content is going to be dropping later on throughout the event? And so that's the purpose of now the Yacht networking event became so much more than just 4 hours. It was like 4 weeks, I think, at least. So that's how you get sponsors to really believe, because one, they're bringing people together, and it's going to last longer than 4 hours when you bring in the right people to create content, like Event Shark. They did a wonderful recap video. We had some great photographers there as well. People got dressed up and really excited. Lauren was sporting this gorgeous red jumpsuit. She got dressed. I loved it. Like, we were pumped. So the behind the scenes is that we got people to buy in. They believed in this mission. They wanted more micro events. The community started buying in. People started flying from like Italy and Germany. And we have London, San Francisco, like, to where? Tampa, Florida. But it was because we were bringing people together, and people want non-cringy, fun, easy, exciting networking events. So again, thank you to those sponsors, but it was really fun to plan. There were a lot of things that kind of went wrong behind the scenes, but there were also a lot of things that went right. And to everyone listening, when I showed up and when I saw Lauren in the parking lot, all excited, ready to hop on that boat with a box of pizza in her hand, I felt to myself, this is not only amazing, but people are being themselves, and people are going to be themselves today. And that was very exciting for me to see right away.
Yeah. I was definitely myself. I'm gonna ask you in a minute, what was the best behind the scenes moment and what was, like, the worst that you'll be willing to share with us.
Yes.
But yeah, y'all, you showed up as yourself. You had fun with people as yourself. To your point of it lasted for weeks, there was weeks of DMs behind the scenes and talking about who's gonna go where, what hotel are you at, and where can we meet? It was really something that brought people together, and more than just, "What do you do for work?" Mm.
Mm.
Nobody wants to just have those boring conversations. Like, yes, we want to talk about work in some sense, but we are people at the end of the day. And it says it in my headline, but if you chase a conversation instead of commission, you will go so much further.
Oh, yeah.
So much further, and that's what these events allow you to do. I had someone who lives in Chicago see that I posted I was going to Tampa, who we've communicated with. This is somebody pretty high up that I wanted to place in a role at my last agency. It didn't work out, but we still stay connected because that's what great recruiters do. But he messaged me and he said, "Lauren, I see you're going to be in Tampa. I'm going to be close. My event ends a day early. Let's meet." Not only did he stay, extend his trip, and come to Tampa to meet, but we got to go out. We celebrated my 1 year in business together. It was a moment that was made for, in my opinion, years. Years.
Mhm.
And your event is what brought it all together. So when I think of your event, I think of not only did I get to form new relationships, but I really got to make the ones that I already had feel that much more valuable.
Yes.
It's a great event.
Thank you.
You're
And it
welcome.
was a setting that was not, that pressure wasn't there. And I had to make a few decisions. So, you could have put the big, gave everyone like tags if they wanted one. And I was pretty strategic with the tags. So it was just one little label, essentially a tag. And I made them two different colors. I didn't want people to put their company or like their role. Because sometimes when you see VP, you know, I'll use Sendoso as an example. VP Sendoso. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, I'm a little scared to talk to that person. Like, it can bring a little bit of a barrier. So instead, all I wanted were people's either first name. They could have put their last name if they wanted or anything like that. But I did two different colors. And a blue tag meant that you flew. So you're not from Tampa, you're not from Florida, you flew here. And then an orange tag meant that, orange as in, Tampa, Florida, we have oranges. I don't know. This is what I was thinking in my head that people would remember, but orange meant that you were local from Florida in the area. So you could have a conversation with someone going, "Oh, the blue, where'd you come from?" Immediately start having conversations instead of like, "Oh, you work here," or, "Oh," like that could be a little intimidating. So removing that and being just human.
100%. And y'all, I was so human that I recognized on the drive there that I didn't eat lunch, and I wanted to be a nice human. So in the Uber on the way to the boat, I got on Uber Eats and I ordered a pizza to get delivered to the parking lot. Because if you really know me, when I get hangry, I'm not a nice person. Like, put me in Uber, send me home. So I wanted to be a nice person on the boat all night. So I got a pizza delivered, and a few people indulged in that pizza with me. I will tell you, if you are watching and you want to admit that you ate the pizza. No, I'm just
I
kidding. I
saw
won't call any
you.
of
I
I
saw
won't
people eat the
I
pizza.
won't call
I
any
saw.
of you out. Thankfully, the photographer only takes pictures of me eating the pizza. You're all welcome. But it was so much fun. The other thing that we got a picture of, and Melissa, I'll let you talk about this a little bit, but hi.
Yeah. That
I
was
can't leave
in.
it up for too long because I'm dying.
Oh
But
my God.
yeah. You want to talk about
I want to ask you about this. Yes. So I know I saw this, and first it was in Raina's from Comsource, Raina's a vlog. So not only did it shock me because I didn't know you're on the flow, but I knew that jumpsuit. So when I saw that quick image, I laughed so hard. I was literally drinking coffee. I literally like choked on it, spit, whatever you want to call it, but I was laughing so Lauren, let's turn the tables here. Why were you laying on the floor? Oh, we have it's my fault. Why were you laying on the floor at the yacht party? What was
okay.
going on?
I'll take this one. I'm gonna leave Liz's comment right there because Liz, this is your fault. We are in a women's group, a chat group, and we were talking about a number of things. One of the things was I think like books and books we were reading and things like that. And one of them is the 4 Hour Work Week. And Liz told us all about a part in this book where they're talking about using fear to your advantage, right? And
Mhm.
I already tell people like I think one of my superpowers is I am very uncomfortable and or very comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Like put me in any uncomfortable position and I'm like, "Cool, bro, let's go." Like staring contest all day. Want me to say something weird to a stranger? Got you. I don't care. Like I can because at the end of the day, I know that like time is so fleeting and nobody's going to remember this tomorrow. Like y'all, we think about us so much more than other people think about us. So one of the things that Liz said that's in this 4 Hour Work Week book is that when you're at like a very crowded event or in a party, you just like lay in the middle of the floor for 10 seconds. You don't tell anybody what you're doing. And then you just get up and go back on with your night. Right. So we're having this conversation with a few women on the boat. And Raina's like, well, why don't you just do it? Have you ever
Oh,
done it? And I was like, well, no, I've never done it. And Raina's like, well, do it. You won't do it. And I was like, okay, here's my margarita. And I just laid down on the floor. And I think I laid there for like 30 seconds too. I laid there for a hot minute.
you had to prove a
Um,
point.
it was a clean floor, y'all. I will say that, like, very clean. It was fine. It was fine. But yeah, you have to just not care what anybody thinks or what anybody's gonna say and be yourself. People resonate with who you are.
Mhm.
People want to work with people they like. People want to hire people they like. People want to buy from people they like.
Yes.
And if you don't like me, there's how many billions of people in the world? Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I really am. Like, I think I was looking at statistics of how many people are on LinkedIn the other day. I was like, oh, 22 million other people could like me. That's cool. I don't care if that one person sent me a bad DM.
Exactly.
Um, and yeah, Liz wasn't even on the same floor to see it. I think Liz was downstairs when that happened.
Oh, she felt it. She was like, "I know Lauren must be laying on the floor."
I must have been. Okay. So I do want to ask because I said I was going to ask you best behind the scenes moment and worst behind the scenes moment that you're willing to share.
So I did work with Morgan Smith, who is incredible. He was there for me from the very beginning. first person I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing something like this. And he was like, do it. Then the next person that I called was Vin to be like, okay, Vin, I'm doing this. And then once I said it to Vin, I was like, I have to commit. Otherwise, I'm a loser because now I've told two people and now I have to throw a yacht party. So that was in the summer. But Morgan Smith has been really wonderful. And so my favorite moment was one, not just working so wonderfully with him and he was so we could just communicate so well, but it was to do a speech. And he comes up to me and he's like, I'm like, there's no mic. Like, how am I going to do a speech like at dinner or whatever? And he's like, I got it. I'm like, but people are really loud. Like, how do I quiet them? Like, I'm thinking to myself as a previous teacher, like, do I do my clapping? Like that's what I'm thinking I have to do. And he's like, just go up there and I got it. He's like, I got a plan. And I was like, okay. And so I went to go do the speech and he did that cute, like where people tap the glasses and everyone got quiet. And I don't know why that didn't come to me at all, not once, but I loved that moment of like pure teamwork. Someone seeing, yes, exactly. Someone seeing like, okay, here's what you can do. Let me, a little problem solving there, all of that. So that was a really special like moment of like teamwork and gratitude of, someone that just has my back, like looking out for me, doing a quick favor, being mindful of the room, like all of it. And then the worst part about that, or not the worst part, but the thing that I regret or the thing that I did wrong the most also is part of the speech, which was I did what often can happen, which is I forgot to thank my sponsors during that speech. And afterwards, like the whole night, I had in the back of my head, I was like, I cannot believe, like my one job as host, speech, thank sponsors. And I didn't do that. So I was very upset with myself that I didn't. So I'm saying it now. Thank you
I
to
was
our
gonna say,
sponsors.
Melissa, wait 1 second. I'm gonna remove myself. You're gonna get full camera. You got it. 30 seconds.
Okay, I would like to take this moment to thank our incredible sponsors for the networking yacht event. Truly, it was an amazing evening, and it really would not have been possible without not only your belief in me, but your belief in community. So, thank you, SendSpark. Thank you, Comsor. Thank you, Demand Base. And thank you, Chili Piper. You make dreams come true.
There we go.
Oh, thanks. That was nice. I feel a lot better because that kept me up at night. I was like, oh my gosh, like, ooh, that helps.
Okay. Good. Well, we'll clip it. You'll save it. We'll have it for everybody. You can send them all a little note. Okay. In a few minutes, we're gonna go to the halftime, but we only talked about one thing. So we're gonna talk a little bit quickly about using video in sales. So we're doing like Sparks Note version. If y'all are old enough to remember what Sparks Notes was, is that still around? I don't know. Somebody Google that for me. But Spark Notes edition. So if you are going to use video in sales, let's do like the 3 most important things. And then I want to also flip this a little bit and ask you for a tip for job seekers using videos too.
Yes. Okay, 3 most important thing is 1, don't be scared. Nobody be scared. Like you can record a video, you can send a video. It's 2024. It's how the majority of us communicate. I don't know about you. I use this app called Marco Polo or Snapchat or Instagram. If you guys have heard of those, you're sending videos to your friends. Your prospects are used to it. Start using video. Don't be scared of it. Number 2 is once you're not scared of it and you start recording, please have a plan. Nobody wants a talking head. Nobody wants someone to be rambling about XYZ. As a previous news reporter, I firmly believe in script writing and using a teleprompter. You don't need to memorize this. Do you know how many takes you're going to take if you try to memorize a 1 minute and 4, 5, 6 sentence transcript? Like, you don't need to do that. Save yourself some time. Go to teleprompter.com. There's all these different apps, all these things. read your script off of a teleprompter so that way it's quick and easy and to the point. So don't be scared. Use a teleprompter. Obviously use SendSpark when you're sending your videos, especially because they have a nice little retouch. So you don't even have to do your makeup. Like, I like that. So, and then know that you can use video all throughout your sales process. So yes, you can use it to book the meeting. Absolutely. Very high rate. I get an over 80% response rate. It's weird when someone doesn't respond to a video. Honestly, I'm like, are you alive? I'm concerned. So use it throughout your sales process, whether that's prospecting or maybe your prospect is like, hey, there's a little question I have about your technology. It could be like, can you show me how we would schedule this? Or it could be, I'd like to learn. I sell payroll at Deal. Global payroll, it's a big deal. So if they have a question about, how they would run a report or the analytics or something like that, record a quick video, send it to them. Your process and the way you're selling is more than just the FaceTime that you have with them. Keep selling and educating them throughout the process and throughout the journey. And then Riley Blaisdell, he likes to send videos thanking people when they officially sign up. So I'm taking that from him. I'm going to start doing that now. He is absolutely right. You could use it beginning, middle, and even at the end and ongoing. So leverage it all throughout your process. Now, if you're job seeking, this is how I got my job at Deal in 5 days. I reached out to the hiring manager. I did a bunch of research on the companies first, and I was like, I'm going to go after these 2 companies. I'm only applying to 2, and one of them should hire me. And I reached out to 2 hiring managers, one being my exact manager today, and I sent him a video telling him why I was so obsessed with Deal, why I wanted to work specifically for him, because I did a lot of research. And then I shared what would make me successful, why I'm good at what I do. And he responded back saying that was the best video I've ever seen, booked a meeting with me the next day. I had the role in 5 days. And to be honest, again, because I chose my boss, my boss is amazing. I'm very lucky, but that was strategic and that was by choice.
I love it. Strategy matters in both sales and your job search, people. All right, with that, we are at the half. We'll talk a little bit more about video. I know y'all probably want to know a little bit more, but we got to take a drink of water or coffee or energy drink. If any of you saw my poll about energy drinks, go comment if you haven't. Just so you know, I have multiple companies shipping me free cases of energy drinks because I'm looking for my new favorite. So if you know anybody who works for any type of energy drink company, tag them because I'll just drink it on the show. Like it could be a whole thing. And we could maybe like give it out on the show. I don't know. We'll have like a whole energy drink sponsor, but we're going to move into 2 things. We're going to talk a little bit about the accountability group, which is a group that is completely free that I run that will teach you and help you learn to just start posting on LinkedIn. A lot of people I talk to are scared to get started. They don't know what to say or who am I posting for? Who's going to read it? Who cares? This group will teach you who cares and how to figure out who would care and what you should tell them. So we will talk a little bit about that. And then the new segment, High Five Friday. Woo, woo, high five, Melissa. We got High Five Friday coming up with Michelle Craig. So we are going to take a short break. And we'll see you in, I don't know, maybe like a minute and a half. Bye, y'all.
It's Michelle back with High Five Friday. This is a special part of the show where we high five your LinkedIn friends, shout out your coworkers, accomplishments, and come together to celebrate the amazing things that you've accomplished over the week or month. Visit this link to submit your high fives for a chance to be featured live on the show. Hey, y'all. I am so excited that it's Friday. Pumped up to be here, and the show's been amazing so far. We got some amazing submissions, so I'm just going to jump right into those. First, we have Andrew, who wrote in and wanted to shout out Bree for a monumental way of making each individual feel seen, heard, valued, and understood. She's genuine, ambitious, charismatic, driven, and engaging. That's amazing. That sounds like someone you definitely want on your team. So shout out to Bree. Amazing week. And thank you so much to Andrew for submitting. Moving on, Katie wants to give Melissa a shout out for hosting an extremely successful sales yacht party, allowing the community to come together in person and network in a fun way. Killing it, girl. Moving on from that, we have Liz for Mary. I would like to shout out my Women of the Channel mentor, Mary from Fin Security. We meet regularly via Zoom, and she provides friendship, guidance, solid industry experience, and knowledge. I'm extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to be mentored by such a wonderful human. Thank you, Mary, and thank you, Women of the Channel. These are some amazing shout outs, y'all. It just kind of shows the power of community. And we've got a couple more. Tom wants to give a shout out to his teammate Martin, who is killing it over there at the ST Lab. Then we have Will, who just wants to give Megan a big ol' shout out this week for continuing to crush it and be a good teammate. Following that, we have Giano shouting out Evan at User Evidence. So thank y'all so much for submitting. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this inspires you to keep celebrating each other. And don't forget, you could celebrate yourself as well. Happy Friday.
Oh my gosh. Michelle Craig, y'all. Can y'all give Michelle some love in the comments? Like, that literally used to be my favorite thing Michelle would do on LinkedIn on Fridays. And I was like, Michelle, please add it to my show. Provide more value for the audience. Let's bring the audience into the show and share these high fives. I'm so thankful to you, Michelle. My big shout out is for Michelle, one, for coming on the show and doing that. And then also, y'all, I have this amazing human in our network, Courtney. I'm going to tag her in the comments. Courtney sent me this beautiful card. Do you see how she wrote my name on that? Courtney sent me this beautiful card on the first episode this year. I asked if anybody lived near a Buc-ee's and if somebody would send me some beef jerky. I got this beautiful card and I'm almost done eating the beef jerky. I had to save a little bit to prove that it was still here. But thank you, Courtney. That was the nicest thing. And it was such a fun surprise. Well, not a surprise because you told me you were doing it, but it was such a fun thing for me to receive. And to me, it just really shows you, y'all, gifting is so important. And I'm so excited that we have Sendoso as our gifting sponsor. And I told you that if we got enough people to tag, I would tell you what we're giving away. So I'm going to cover up my face a little bit. But y'all, cookie dough, ice cream sandwiches, and cookie dough. I really need it. Can y'all tell I'm craving chocolate? So hold on one more time. Cookie dough. We'll do Grove cookies another day, but today we're doing this cookie dough and ice cream sandwiches. So if you haven't already tagged Sendoso, please tag Sendoso so that you can have a chance to win. One slight disclaimer. If you're going to win, you do have to live in the United States or else you got to gift it to someone who lives in the United States. I do believe that Melissa's course is online. So if you live outside of the US, you can still receive that one. We are good. But if you win the Sendoso prize, you do need to live in the US or be willing to gift it to someone else who does live in the US. Thank you so much for understanding that I don't want to use my entire gifting budget on shipping. So with that, we're going to bring Melissa back. What's up?
I can't believe people are getting cookie dough. Ooh.
I mean, being a guest doesn't mean you can't enter. You can enter to win. You didn't know.
I will start tagging Sendoso.
There you go. And y'all, like somebody has to tell me if it's good because I'm trying to be smarter in what I eat this year and like a little bit healthier, but I would totally splurge if it's worth it. So whoever wins this gift, I expect an unboxing. I expect to see you eating these cookies on video. Sell me a cookie on video. Melissa's got this whole video course. Maybe I could get you the video course too. But we've got this whole video course that Melissa's giving away. I want to see you sell the cookie. You think you could sell a cookie?
Oh, I can sell a cookie. I might not be able to sell it to you. I might eat the cookie, but I can sell it.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Gianno, we loved that you submitted a high five. Thank you so much for submitting a high five. Tom, you too. Thanks for tagging Michelle. And let's go, Martin. Good job. Hey, this is my Aunt Billy. Hi, Aunt Billy. Thanks for joining. And Jim let us know earlier that SparkNote's still kicking. Y'all, in the house. Joshua says, thanks to those amazing sponsors, the event was super lit. And Liz says she'll help you if you do one in South Florida. Liz is quite the event planner as well. Woo woo. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you so much. We're going to jump into the other topics. And then we got Virginia in the house joining late. No big deal. Enter to win. We're just happy you're here. Whatever you get here. I met Virginia at Saster live. She's like freaking amazing, y'all. If you ever get a chance to meet Virginia, wonderful human. Hi, Kelsey. Happy Friday to you. And Courtney's in the house. Courtney, did you see I was talking about you? I was talking about you and your beef jerky. And somebody tag Buc-ee's because they're on LinkedIn. Maybe they'll sponsor us. All right.
All the beef jerky.
Girl, energy drinks and beef jerky. This would be the show to watch. No, I'm just kidding.
That's perfect.
Hi, okay. We talked about, if you're just joining us, you can go back. We did talk about the behind the scenes Tampa Sales, not a yacht networking event. We talked about using videos in sales, SparkNotes edition. Really quick, I want to know if you're in the audience watching, do you use video in sales? Have you used video in sales? Or would you be willing to try? Actually, also, like, just say I'm a scaredy cat if you're a scaredy cat, because I want to know. Like, just let me know. Are you too scared to try? Because we'll help. Like, Melissa and I love this, and we literally will help you. We're very busy, but we will help you because it's important. All right, next topic. And you have to take this one away. I'm going to let you lead it if you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to
Holistic sales.
into holistic sales.
Yes. So before Laura and I were talking, she's like, what are you going to talk about with this? Like, what is holistic sales? So to me, this is something that I practice and preach because in order for you to be like a holistic seller, it means that you're taking care of yourself in all areas in order for you to perform, right? We hear Brandon Fluharty talking a lot about taking care of yourself, like not over pushing it, being mindful of exactly how much energy certain tasks are taking you, everything like that. And so, I was on a one-to-one with someone that I work with today, and they were like, Melissa, like, how did you plan this event? How did you, do this content house? And I have my wedding next month, by the way. Like, I have a big wedding that I've been planning for a while. It's next month that I'm super excited about. But I also did really good this year. Like, I went above quota. This last quarter, I did this last month, I brought in 200%. Like, I crushed it. It was great. But the reason why is because I'm taking care of myself. So I'm not a crazy, like, I work. Trust me, I work. I also do a lot of things while people are sleeping. I wake up early, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., even sometimes on the weekends, a lot on the weekends, actually. But I do get a lot of things done. But that also means that I still am taking, the time to work out, to exercise, to do things that I love to do, to spend time with my fiance, to spend time with my friends, to make sure I'm calling my family, all those things. Because if you don't take care of yourself outside of, just closing deals and getting the signature and just focusing on that, then you're going to start to regret what you're doing. You're going to start to hate what you're doing. And I learned this because when I was a teacher, I hated it. I felt that I had no time. I was exhausted because I was giving everything to the kids and I wasn't taking care of myself. Then I transitioned into being a news reporter and I was like, still, why why am I still unhappy? And it was because, again, I was giving everything to the news station and I wasn't taking care of myself. So when I transitioned into sales, which at the time I was terrified because I was like, salespeople are crazy. They're stressed and I don't want that life. Like I literally was like, I'm not going to be a seller because sellers are crazy and stressed. Like that's why I didn't go after sales. And when I did get into sales, it wasn't on purpose. They threw me in the sales department. They were like, you're going to be a seller instead. Sorry, do this. It was actually an event producer role. So it's kind of funny that I applied to be an event producer. They put me in the sales department and here we are doing it all. But point being is that holistic selling is, yes, of course, selling first, but you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So if I've had a stressful day, maybe I need to hop on the Peloton. Maybe I need to go for a walk. Maybe I just need to cuddle my dog. Maybe I should call my dad. Like things like that. Like you just have to keep taking care of yourself in order for you to be a better seller. So don't overextend and don't over push yourself. Don't overcommit. Take care of yourself and it's going to show in your sales.
Yes, it will. Okay, let's talk really quick. Virginia has a comment. She said she sent video DMs, but so many takes to get it right. Let's talk about that. So many takes to get it right. What are your tips to help with that specifically?
Yes. A teleprompter. Like I was a news reporter. I would go live and yes, it's important to learn and I would memorize not necessarily my script, but the 3 points. But when you're anchoring and you're at that desk where you're doing a stand-up, like you're reading off of a teleprompter. Even news reporters were like, I gotta go live, like, I gotta get one take, like, it's gotta be right, like all these things. Like, you don't need to put that pressure on yourself. Like, just read a teleprompter. You can go online, video platforms have it, things like that. Just read it, but plan out your script. You want it to be under a minute long, like you want it to be quick. Have it written out. Read off of a teleprompter. There's free apps that you can use. You could even write it on a Word document and read off of the Word document if that makes it a little bit easier for you. You know, I like a teleprompter because you could put it right where you're recording so it looks like you're staring at the person because I like to really stare into, like, this is staring into my camera. Like, this is a little bit more deeper than this was, you know, if you notice that difference. So the teleprompter, I'm allowed to put it like right next to my camera. So I'm looking into their soul. Like, you're going to buy from me. So I do suggest, you know, taking all these takes, sure. But if you put on a teleprompter and also like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like nobody's going to judge you. No one's going to look at your hair. Nobody's going to look at like, oh, like it looks like she didn't put on makeup today or her earring or anything. Like nobody really cares. Like just get the message right. And if you're saying something of value, it's going to resonate with the buyer.
I love it. And Liz and I both dropped teleprompter links in the comments if you want to find that. Valentina says, as a job seeker, I want to start incorporating videos in my job applications. When you submitted a video, when you got your job, how did you send the video?
So first, Valentina, I met you on the yacht. You would be fantastic for video. So I think you should make sure that you're sending videos out. Something about Valentina, she just like kind of like shined and sparkled and just there's something about her. So if you have, not everyone has that. If you have that, you should 2000% be using video because it's going to come through. Like video is only going to help you even more. It's going to help everyone, but it's especially going to help people that just have that like dazzle about them. And she's got that. So I would encourage you to start using it in your job applications. Start prospecting and reaching out to the hiring manager just like I did. You're welcome to use, I like SendSpark. I'm a strategic advisor for them for many reasons. One, because I love their CEO, Bethany. They also sponsored the yacht event, but also I've been in a partnership with them for a long time and they're doing it right, in my opinion. You could also filter it to make yourself look a little bit cuter, which is great. And I also like that you can essentially adjust the template. So when I applied, I put account executive application on the bottom. And so it was very clear that when I sent it to my hiring manager, he knew that when he was going to click that video, that that's what this is about. And I even put the time. So 60 seconds, account executive application, boom. I also put a picture, or I also put a picture of my future boss and of the company, and I wanted that to be very clear so that way they knew what I was going for. But all you need to do is you could either send a raw clip on LinkedIn. You just have to be connected with them, and you can send them that video, or you can use SendSpark, and they have an integration on LinkedIn. They have, for individual users, you could use that. They also have a free trial, which is really helpful. I like that you could track the analytics. So it's up to you. You could either do a raw clip, or you could use SendSpark for the analytics and the tracking, and a little bit easier to edit too, truthfully.
I love it. And y'all, SendSpark's a great tool. I had Bethany on this show season 1 earlier. Early. She was early guest. Cannot remember how early, but so early that I remember when Bethany and I connected before she came on the show. The main thing we were like was like, don't you wish they had filters?
Oh my God, and they have it.
And they have it, but it was so funny.
Yes.
She was like, that was the first thing. And she was like, my team doesn't understand the women. I was like, no, the women need it. I'm like, and the women are the one, like, we're filming so many video, like, give us the filters. Yeah, so filters are for life. Sorry, y'all. If I could just walk around with a filter in front of my face, I would. It is what it is.
Well, it deters people. Like, people will be like, oh, now I got to go do my makeup, or now I got to go do my hair, or all these things. But that little of confidence, and it's not like TikTok. Like, you're not getting all of it. Like, it's not like that. It
Not
just like
fake.
it's like a little bit of like better lighting, essentially. It's like a better lighting. Like, that's what it is. It just gives you a little bit, so you look a little bit nicer, and you might not feel the pressure to like go stop your day and put on makeup. Just like, it just makes it a little bit easier for you to just get it out there sooner rather than procrastinating on it, truthfully.
Love it. Okay, so I know we backtracked for a moment to get back into video for a second because we had questions, but I want to touch on one more thing when it comes to holistic sales, because I know you said this was something that you were mindful of when you got into sales, right?
Mhm.
That this was kind of the life, like you created what you wanted in terms of this. How do you make sure that you remain mindful? I was talking to someone yesterday, and halfway through the conversation, I was like, you need a mindfulness coach. How do
Mm.
you make sure, with all the things you have going on with the wedding planning, how do you make sure that you keep this holistic approach? Like, what is your trick, and like, what can people do if they're like, Melissa, I hear you, but like baby steps?
Yeah. No, absolutely. There's a few things that you can do. These are all things that, I had to teach myself this. Like, I really had to teach because I just didn't want to be sad. I was like, no more being sad in any career. Like, I am in charge of this, especially one that's going to make me money. I can't be sad. Let's be real. So a few steps that you can do that I originally took. First was practicing more mindfulness. I got really into yoga early on. That really helped. I try to go to yoga. I have my own yoga mat. I've also turned on this side of my office is my yoga studio. Like, I have a big yoga mat. I've got my Peloton. Like, this is my sanctuary sort of thing. So if I need to go from here and take 3 steps that way to breathe, then that's what I need to do. So I do think that, one, making sure your office space is compatible for you to do some of these things if you can. If not, you can stay in your chair. You could do a couple breathes, things like that. Other things that I like to do, aside from that, I love to gua sha my face. I like to relax in the evening, take my time. But I also am really big on habit tracking. So when you're a holistic seller, you're aware of all the different buckets that you need to fill. And so I track those. I started doing an accountability group once a month that I started this month particularly, and they have now inspired me. But the way that it works is it's a free habit tracker, and the group is free. I'm honestly using it so that way I stay on top of my stuff. But it's a free habit tracker that I use, and it goes by mind, body, space, and relationships. Those are my 4 major components. So I'll make habits, and we start off with 4, one in each category, and each month we're going to add a new one in one of those categories. So mind is meditation. Body, right now I have 2 torn meniscuses that I'm trying to, work on. So my body is making sure that I do my physical therapy. Space is my 10-minute kitchen clean in the mornings. And relationship is making sure that I'm checking in with my partner. Like that's just something that I want to get better at is, kind of each week or every other day sort of thing. So I track my habits not to be like, I need to do these every single day, but for me to be like, okay, it has been like 2 days since I meditated. Or, oh, I'm looking at my checklist and I noticed that I haven't checked in with my partner in 3 days. Or, oh, I've been checking in with my partner. Like, that's really great. Or whatever your habits are that you're trying to do. You could be reading a book, or you could be wanting to get on your Peloton or your bike or exercise or whatever it be. So the purpose of it is not to be like, you're shitty, you're not doing a good job. The purpose of it is for you to go, let me take a step back. Let me see what I've done this week, what I haven't done this week, and what can I improve on. And then each week or each month, we keep adding a new habit in mind, body, space, or relationships. Maybe you want to start calling your mom more once a week. That's a great habit to build. So we start to add those things into it. And that's how I remain, whole. Like that's how I keep myself more taken care of. And it helps me just stay more on top of it without like feeling like I have to do everything. Like I know what I can do and what I can't do each day.
Love it. It's all about being mindful and the consistency of the habit, right? Like
Yes.
it's okay if you fall off for a day, but being able to track it and see the moments. I was joking in a post the other day, but like, yes, I color code my day and I know how I'm supposed to, but y'all, like sometimes I get distracted. I was literally on like trucker talk. Like, what is trucker talk? I'm like looking this girl, she's like filling up her 14 or what, a 18 wheeler. I don't know. I was like, what is going on? And how did I get in this like for 30 minutes? I wasted so much of my day. But I like to track those moments too. Like I literally am like, okay, well, what was I doing before that let me do that? That led me to think that was okay. And I'm trying to like nip that moment in the bud so it doesn't happen again. But I track those. Like I love that you're running that group. Please drop the link in the comments for later. And I know somebody asked Dan. Yes, the video stays on LinkedIn. It's also on YouTube and Facebook. Please don't go find me on Facebook. That's like because my mom wants to watch this show and then she got a LinkedIn. So now it's for my Aunt Billy who tuned in on Facebook. But they tune in for me because they love me. They're my family. And if your family doesn't support you, I will support you. So DM me and I'll be your adopted LinkedIn family. Virginia, habits is my theme for the new year. Better term than resolutions for me. 100% hands down. All right, we got one more topic. Then we still have the giveaway. Y'all, really quick, don't forget, tag Sendoso. You could win. Look at this. Hold on, I gotta go this way. Look at that. Look at that. Ice cream sandwiches from Sendoso. I'm so jealous. You must live in the United States or be willing to gift this to someone in the United States. And then tag Melissa and win this amazing video prospecting course. Tag Melissa. Whoop, whoop, whoop. $50 value. Maybe she'll be nice enough to give away more than one at the end of the show. But tag Melissa. And if you get the cookies, we do expect you to film a video and try to sell us a cookie. Ooh. No, like you don't have to, but y'all, come on, like play along with us. Play
I'll
along.
be so excited.
The show is fun. Okay. Last topic of the day. We're gonna chat with event planning, but y'all, really quick, if you're watching, what's the best event you've ever been to? What's the best event you've ever been to? Ever in your life? I gotta say, like, Melissa's event this year was pretty good. Is that the standard that we're like at? I know some of you had complaints last year about some of the big conferences we were at. What you got? What's the best event you've ever been to? Was it your own wedding that you planned? I'll take it. Whatever, let us know. But while you're commenting and telling us that, Melissa, why don't you take it away and talk to us about you've literally started an event business, right? Like, talk to us about this. Where did your experience come from in event planning and where is this going to go?
I mean, it wasn't on purpose. And I was like, okay, I got a business now. I went to sushi with my girlfriend and I was like, I didn't expect to do this. Like, but it's fun and the people want it and I want to do it. So it worked out. But I've been planning events all my life. Like, I planned prom. Let me make that clear. And not only did I plan prom, but I made prom Golden Globes themed, and I wore a sequined gold dress. I was like, you know, the trophy essentially. Like that's how dramatic I was back then. But I've been planning events all my life. So planned prom, planned all events in high school, college, planned Anchor Splash, Go Delta Gamma, like all that stuff. After I started, due to a passing of a friend, me and two of my roommates, we planned, or we started a nonprofit called Be Like Bang, where we started doing um, local community events and raise money for veterans and children, because those were the organizations that he had worked with before passing. So we did a lot of local community events, and then I fell into event sales, where after I was a news reporter, I got a job here in Tampa. I applied to be an event producer because I was like, I'm good at events and I produce shows. You know, I could do this. They said no, and they put me in the sales department. And then when, you know, things started going a little bit crazy, I actually ended up getting both the jobs. So then I was selling and producing events. And so really, I guess not much has changed. But what has eventually happened was, the truth be told, was that I literally was really upset I couldn't go to SASTer. It was the week of my bachelorette, which was a whole event, like a whole week, like gorgeous 17 girls. Like we had so much fun. Like, yeah, like amazing. And this year I've been replanning events because I had my bachelorette, I had my wedding, I even planned my bridal shower. Like I didn't let anyone plan anything. I wanted to plan it all because I was having so much fun doing that. And so then I was like, you know, I'm upset I can't go to SASTer. I want to meet my friends and I want to make content with people in a cool way. And I want it to be in a setting that I can get to know people. So that's when I decided, you know what? The plan was originally, let me get an Airbnb with me and my friends and let's make content. But guess what? Nobody really wants to spend money. So I was like, okay, let's get some sponsors. I was like, okay, like let's elevate this and let's make it a community event and let's throw a yacht in there. And then all of a sudden, we have ourselves an event company and we could be coming to your city next. It was such a success that I have to keep doing this and I want to keep doing this. So my weekend work has, you know, we're going to work on the weekends, but we're going to enjoy it because this is something that I love to do. It makes me really happy. And who knows, you can vote for your city on my website, melissagaglionesales.com. And maybe we're coming to you for our next event this spring.
Maybe it'll be in your city
Mm.
this spring. I'm so excited. Do you have a date yet, or like a idea of a month?
Since I get married next month and then I honeymoon in April, I'm thinking May.
All right, y'all, you heard it here first. Probably May, which is so good because I'm trying to go to Chicago in April to see Leslie Vanetz and Jen
Yes.
Allen. What's up? Y'all, there's gonna be some amazing events this year. Melissa, this was so much fun. We only have we're gonna probably go over a minute. I hope that's okay.
Mhm.
I gotta have you do the fun Friday fact. But y'all, last chance if you want to win. After Melissa tells us her fun Friday fact, we are going to draw for the prizes. So tag Sendoso, tag Melissa. She did amazing, y'all. So good. Like we had any doubts. Okay. And then we have to ask, okay, ready? What is your fun Friday fact?
And also his experience, because back when I was a news reporter, I was covering this unique story. Dr. Venenklausen was his name. And he was a vet that specialized in cloning animals. And so I was there for when they took a Mongolian, like an extinct horse, and they put it in another horse. And now that Mongolian extinct horse that Dr. Venenklausen has curated is now at the San Diego Zoo. You could see it today.
What? Okay, I need to go research this now. I'm so Every week I feel like my mind is blown, and then the next person the next week says something, and I'm just like, okay, what are we learning? What in the world?
Yes, quite a
I literally
story.
need to I need to understand how, but I'm probably never going to understand how, no matter how much I research. Let's be honest. All right, y'all, we are going to draw for the giveaways. If you don't win the Sendoso giveaway, but you are interested in learning about gifting and sales, I did drop my affiliate link in the chat. Please click on that in the comments, get a demo, go see what Sendoso is. I'm gonna record a experience of me walking through the site with someone who won a gift on the show, who's going to give a gift away. So that's coming next week, so you guys can see what the platform would look like and see what it would feel like to get to be on that side. But the easiest way to see what it would feel like is to take a demo. So that link is in the comments if you want to do that. And we have Valentina. You are all here because you have FOMO. Love the opening speech at Sales and Sales event. I mean,
Oh,
it was true.
no.
So much FOMO.
I
Can't
was
wait to
there.
watch the replay. We can't wait for you to watch the replay. Yes, you are going to see this. There you go. You're welcome. Listen, it is what it is. And I can't tell who this is, but LinkedIn user, we love you too. And they tag Sendoso. So love you, LinkedIn user. Really hope I love you. Had somebody tell me who it is. Okay, we're gonna draw for the giveaway. We had 16 people enter to win the Sendoso giveaway. Melissa, we had 13 people enter to win your course. You want to give out like maybe 2 or 3?
Yeah, give out
Okay.
3.
Okay, we're gonna give out 3, y'all. You have 1 more minute. I'm gonna do the Sendoso giveaway first. So if you want to enter to win, we're gonna give out a few of those. And this is always the part where I'm like, I need a sound box or something fun, but I haven't done that yet. So can you guys see my screen? Tell me yes and no. Yes, we're good. All right. Are you ready to see who's going to win the ice cream sandwiches and cookie dough? Will it be Chris? Will it be Emmy? Will it be Liz? Will it be Jim, Melissa, Andrew, Jim?
Jim!
I think this might be Jim's first time tuning into the show. What's up, Jim from Higher Logic? Thank you so much for tuning in. Jim actually submitted a high five that's going to be featured on next week's show. It was just like 1 moment too late. Oh my God, it was Leslie Vinette's. Leslie, you know you're my favorite human in the whole wide world.
Oh.
Okay, Leslie Vinette's, we love you. I hate that it does this to her. It always does this to her. Leslie, why doesn't LinkedIn love you more?
She was there. She was there with us all last week. I don't know if you saw, but she was there.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why I didn't get my picture with the cutout, but I guess it's because I was already in Tampa with her earlier. Oh, I
It's
love
okay.
her.
I'll
I
bring
love
it to
her.
the next one.
I love her so much. Okay, we're gonna do 3. Yes, congrats to Jim. Y'all, give him some congratulations. You know you want to win the Sendoso prize. 15 other people in here really wanted to win that. Let's congratulate Jim. Cheer for our people, y'all. All right, let's do the giveaway for the video prospecting course. Okay, so talk to us about the video prospecting course as we draw.
Yeah. One, it was really hard to make. I edited it all myself, so God bless. But I was really proud of it. It is all about video prospecting and how you can. Tom, Donnie's not in it, Tom, but I tried to get Donnie up here, and he just wants nothing to do with me today. But Tom, I'm so glad you won.
All right, so Tom's number 1. We're gonna do 2 more. Okay, so you edited it all yourself.
Yeah. And it's a 45-minute crash course, and you're going to learn a lot about like researching prior to. And Rob.
Rob's a seller. What's up, Rob? Rob, you could definitely use this. I know you would love it. All right, y'all, we got 1 more. Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? 1
Let's
left.
see.
Kelsey, Virginia, Chris, Valentina, Katrina, Emmy, Courtney, Chris Bow.
Chris!
We all love Chris. If you guys
I
don't watch Chris
know.
shows, you should go follow Chris on LinkedIn today. Y'all, this was so much fun. Hooray, Tom! We're so excited for you. Liz, I don't know what you have a picture of, but I am now officially scared. Scared, I tell you. Melissa and Lauren, you two are
Aw.
fabulous. Great show. Oh, Virginia, we love you so much. I know you're supposed to do like the new heart hands thing, but I'm too old for that. I don't know how to do it. So it's this way for me forever. Yeah, there's a new way you're supposed to do it, girl. I don't know. Y'all, this was fun. I really hope you will come back next week and tune in. We have so many phenomenal guests this year. Melissa, thank you for just teeing it up. This was show number 3. Show number 3. We got 49 more to go this year, y'all. Are you ready? Oh, she's got a photo of her and Leslie. Okay, thank God. Okay, that's fine. You can post it. Great show. Thanks so much, Brandon. I appreciate you saying that. Y'all, we are going to get out of here. I appreciate you tuning in. Like always, watch the replay. I hope you learn. I hope you laugh. I hope you level up. And if you didn't like it, don't come back. Bye.